Hello, I'm Cadet Pressman, and today's supplemental instructional video will be going over how to assemble a MOLLE Rucksack. Here we have the ruck frame, the shoulder straps, the male buckles, 2 sustainment pouches, the waist belt, and the ruck pack itself. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that the ruck frame is faced curve up. We're going to take the shoulder straps and we're going to fold them in on themselves, exposing the buckles, and we're going to put the buckles face down on the frame and then flip the frame over. So we're now going to take the strap and we're going to put it through on the inside hole here, and then we're going to put it through the other inside hole on the other side. Now we're going to put it through the hole right next to it, and then through the metal rings. We're then just going to Velcro it on and create an anchor point. We're now going to do the exact same thing, but on the other side. Now moving on to the lower buckles, we're going to take the strap and we're going to put it through the second set right below the mid bar. We're going to put it through the first hole here, and then we're going to put it through the inside here. And this is what you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to immediately put it through the rings. You're supposed to put it through the other hole next to it, and then Velcro it over. Here, this is an example of what you're supposed to do. Put it through this first hole here, and then put it through this one. Back out the one next to it, through the rings, and then Velcro it on. Now the reason we Velcroed them all on like this is so that we have it properly anchored. So now when we go back and tighten all of them, it'll be more straight on. So to tighten it, take the strap and put it through in between the 2 metal rings, and then pull as hard as you can, and then Velcro it back on. And then we're just going to do the same thing, but with all of the other straps. Alright, we're now going to attach this lower buckle to the back of the frame. So to do that, put the strap on the inside of the ruck pack, put it through the hole here, and then put it on the inside hole of the buckle, and then back through the outside hole on the buckle. You're then going to tuck the strap back through the hole on the rucksack after tightening it. Then, once you've done that, you're going to wrap it back over and put it away so that it's neat and orderly and out of the way. Okay, so now we're going to flip the frame over and we're going to attach the load-bearing straps to the frame. These are pretty tricky to put in, and the key is to put them in at an angle so that they're angled in facing towards the inside of the ruck frame. Like this. Like I said, they're pretty tricky to put in, but you should be able to do it with your hands. And again, with the other one, you want to put it in so that it's facing the inside. It's a lot harder if you put it facing the other angle. It becomes a lot easier when you face them inside towards the ruck. And then you can pull on the straps to move them closer to the frame. Okay, we're now going to attach the male buckles. So to do this, you want to go from the outside into the ruck frame, and then from not from over the top, but from under. And then you're going to want to put the male buckle into the strap. Make sure that the line's not got any twists in it, and then press down on the buckle. And we're just going to do the same thing on the other side. You want to make sure you go from the outside in. And then you're going to go from under. And then you're just going to put that buckle into the slot. Like so. Okay, so we've now attached the male buckles to the shoulder straps and to the frame. Okay, now we're going to attach the waist belt to the ruck frame. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that it's facing this way and not flipped upside down. So first put the belt on top of the frame like this, and then flip over the frame so that the buckles are exposed. And then you're going to take the strap and you're going to put it through the first hole and then back through the next hole. And then you're going to put it through the inside hole of the buckle. And then the outside hole of the buckle. And then you're going to take that strap and you're going to put it back through the hole you fed it through to get to tuck away the excess. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to put it through the first hole, and then the second hole, you're going to put it through the inside of the buckle, outside hole of the buckle, and then tuck away the excess. You're going to do basically the same thing with the bottom two buckles, but you're going to use the bottom holes, and it's a little bit harder because you can't really see the buckles as you're working on them, so you got to lift up the frame, but you're doing the same thing. Put it through the inside hole, then the outside hole, and then back through the hole on the frame you fed it through. And then the same thing on the other side. Once you've fed all of them through, now you can focus on tightening the straps. Take care not to disorient the belt. Make sure that you pull on them all equally so that the belt stays centered on the ruck frame. Okay, now that we've attached the waist belt to the frame, we're now going to attach the rucksack itself to the frame. So to do this, you're first going to find a strap with the buckle on it, which is this one right here. And for this setup, we're going to put it through the top hole. So once you've fed the strap through, you're going to put it back through the buckle. And then you're going to put the strap back through the buckle again to get rid of the excess. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side to secure the rucksack to the frame. So you have flexibility here in where you attach the rucksack to the frame exactly. I'm attaching these to the top holes so that the weight is as high as possible. However, if you're carrying something like a sleeping pack, over the top of your ruck, then maybe you want to lower the rucksack so that you're not hitting your head up against the sleeping pack. So now to continue attaching the ruck to the frame, we're going to take these little notches, which is basically these little things on the side of the rucksack, and we're now going to put them through the frame. So for this setup, we're going to first skip 3 holes and then put them through. If you're not sure what you're doing, I'd recommend following this setup. So after we skip 3 holes, we're now going to skip 2 holes. And then we're going to put the second notch through. And then we're going to take the last notch. And we're going to skip 2 holes. The nice thing about this setup is that it keeps the rucksack relatively high, but still gives you a lot of carrying capacity, so that it's lightweight, but you can still carry it quite a bit. Obviously, if we attached it higher, then it would be easier to carry, but you'd have less carrying capacity. So then all you're going to do is you're going to take the notches and you're going to follow the same pattern that you did on the other side to attach the rucksack to the frame. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to attach the sustainment pouches. So you're going to notice that you have this webbing on the on the rucksack. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the straps, you're going to put it through the ruck, through the sustainment pouch, through the ruck again, and then onto the sustainment pouch. And you're going to do that with each of the straps on the sustainment pouch. So then you're going to go down a set of webbing, you're going to put it through the ruck, sustainment pouch, the ruck, and then back onto the sustainment pouch. And then you're going to do that with the remaining straps of the sustainment pouch. And then once you've attached the sustainment pouch, it's the exact same thing on the other side. You should now have a fully assembled MOLLE Rucksack. At the time of this video, Cyclone Battalion did not have an SOP on how to assemble the rucksack. You should check with your squad leader to make sure that if you are assembling your ruck pack, that you are following your SOP.